To start off by acknowledging the traditional lands that Royal Roads is on. Royal Roads sits on the lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, and it is with great gratitude that we have this beautiful place to learn and work where past, present, and future Indigenous and non-Indigenous students, faculty, and staff come together. So thank you for joining us. Tonight's webinar is Your Future, Your Way. We will be introducing our new undergraduate programs, and you can explore your undergraduate path with Royal Roads University. My name is Vivian Trin. I am one of the education specialists here at Royal Roads, and I'm also joined by my colleague Neha Sharma, who is an enrollment advisor, who will answer questions along the way. And you can pop any of your questions in the chat, and you can also book an online appointment with her to customize your journey and have your personalized questions answered. So if you're not too familiar about Royal Roads University, we've been around for 30 years now. So we started in 1995. We are a public university, one of the many public universities in British Columbia and across the country. And we're guided by a very bold vision, inspiring people with the courage to transform the world. And we do this through a very creative, innovative, and caring way in our teaching, learning, and research. We are a relatively smaller university. We have just under 5,000 students and over 70 programs that are offered on campus, online, and in a blended format. I always like to share that Royal Roads started in 1995, and then we were delivering programs online. So it is a truly innovative university, and it also shows that we have very innovative learners who are willing to think outside and learn outside the box. We have small class sizes that are intentionally designed so you can build really strong connections with your classmates, but also with your instructors. For our undergraduate programs, you will see small class sizes no bigger than 30, 35, even in year one. And if you're familiar with undergraduate studies year one at many universities, you can be in a lot of large auditorium style lecture halls. At Royal Roads, you're looking at smaller classes and you're really building those strong connections, and professors will understand your goals and your challenges and be able to really support you along the way. We have a very diverse student body. We have alumni from over 92 countries and over 34,000 alumni. And we're a proud Ashoka Changemaker campus, which means we're part of a network of universities and colleges worldwide who've been recognized for our work in social innovation and change making. And some of that work stems from our sustainability initiatives, which is really prevalent throughout all of our programs. We have sustainability themes, whether you're studying business or tourism or communications and environmental studies. And if you're not familiar with where Victoria is, where Royal Roads is, we are at the southern tip of Vancouver Island. Victoria is the capital of British Columbia, and the two closest major cities are Vancouver and Seattle. So it's about a 90-minute ferry ride to Vancouver, and there's a direct passenger ferry to Seattle that takes about 2 hours. Victoria is a small but mighty city. We have just over 400,000 people, and we have some top industries include government as the capital of British Columbia, education, there's Royal Roads, and a few other higher education institutions in Victoria, so a really great student population. Hospitality and tourism is a big industry here as well, because we're a top tourist destination in Canada. We host guests from all across Canada and all around the world annually. And Royal Roads itself, our campus, is also a top tourist destination. We have the iconic Hatley Castle. We have beautiful gardens and incredible trails, ocean views, mountain views. So it's truly a special place to visit. And we do also like to share one of our famous Canadian claims to fame is that we have the mildest climate in Canada. So in the wintertime, we rarely see snow. And our average temperatures are around 5, 6 degrees, and we have really nice mild summers with average temperatures around the low to mid 20s. So really great, comfortable temperature here. So what does the RRU undergraduate journey look like? What's really great is that it's a very flexible learning experience because we recognize that every learner is different. People have different timelines and life happens. There's a lot of unpredictability that happens as well. So how it works is that in year one, you will enroll in our certificate program. And you can choose between our three areas. We have business and sustainability, applied environmental sciences, or social sciences. After 1 year of study, you can finish and walk away with a certificate, or you can continue into year two, where you'll enter the diploma program in the same three areas. There's also opportunity to change your area of study as well, because sometimes it takes studying something to realize you don't enjoy it. And after 2 years of study, you can walk away with a diploma, or you can continue into a bachelor's degree, which is the last 2 years of a 4 year program. And our bachelor's degrees have more options. There's 7 different areas to choose from. That includes business, environmental practice, environmental sciences, hospitality and tourism, justice studies, communications, and interdisciplinary studies. So like I mentioned, you can exit with a credential at any step. And when you're ready to return, if you're ready to return, we'll be here and make it as seamless as possible for you to continue your journey. A lot of people are probably wondering what's the difference between a certificate, a diploma, and a bachelor's. So the certificate is a 1 year program typically, and it's your first step toward a degree. For some of you who don't have the money and time or just want to get your toes wet before you make that decision, it's short and cost effective. And if you graduate with a certificate, it shows employers that you have the foundational skills in that area of study. The diploma is 2 years of study, and that's where you broaden and deepen your knowledge. And of course, it opens up your career options. And diplomas are the pathway toward a bachelor's degree. So you can gain a diploma at any institution, and there's always opportunity to pathway into a bachelor's at institutions across Canada and around the world. Bachelor's degrees will offer you the most comprehensive and in-depth undergraduate experience. And of course, it will open up more career and advancement opportunities. And for those of you considering a master's program, most master's programs will require completion of a bachelor's degree for admission. So a little bit about our 3 different programs. Our Applied Environmental Sciences program is for those who are passionate about nature, science, and creating sustainable solutions. This program is very interdisciplinary, so you're learning those environmental science lab skills, but you're also developing skills in social science areas like law and policy and research. So you get a very well-rounded science learning experience so that you're not just a great scientist, but you're also a great collaborator and you're able to work with policymaker, government organizations, and colleagues, which is what the real world setting is going to be like. In the Applied Environmental Science program, applied is a very key word as well. You'll be starting in year one, you'll be developing a lot of lab skills, doing a lot of field work, and working with community partners to find some environmental science solutions for them. So you'll gain lots of experience right from the beginning. And those of you who are curious about what career opportunities there are, there's careers in environmental consulting, compliance, sustainability initiatives, lab skills, and more. Our social sciences program is about exploring the social forces that shape our world globally and locally. So you'll be looking at the big issues that we face today from diverse perspectives, such as social justice, communications, media, culture, Indigenous perspectives, and so on. So it's a program that will let you build a lot of diverse skills, including skills in communication, leadership, critical thinking. I know in one of the first year's classes, you'll be building a podcast, for example, and you're also developing a lot of really important writing skills and persuasion skills. So this program is designed to prepare learners for careers in areas such as community engagement, public service, advocacy, and so much more. And lastly, our business and sustainability program is business with a purpose. It's for people who are change makers and believe that it's not just about profit, it's also about doing business for good, creating sustainable solutions and creating social impact. So our business program will allow you to build those essential business skills. You'll learn accounting, marketing, finance, but you'll also have a theme of social justice and sustainability and social innovation woven throughout all of the courses. You'll be tackling real world challenges starting year one, just like all the other programs. So in the business program, you'll work with a community partner to identify a sustainable business solution. So you'll grow your portfolio from the start and you'll be able to build connections within the industry. Some example of careers in business and sustainability include social enterprise, community development, and more. So this is our new collaborative Langford campus. It is still being built and is scheduled to be finished July 2025. It's just a few kilometers down the road from our Colwood campus. And most of your year one and two studies will take place at this Langford campus. It's a collaborative campus, which means that UVic, Camosun College, and the Justice Institute and SD62 will also be delivering courses and programming there. So it's going to be a really unique learning experience where you're going to be surrounded by very diverse learners. For those of you who aren't too familiar with the geography, the West Shore is a part of the Greater Victoria community, which includes Langford and is about 10 kilometers away from the Victoria City Centre. It is one of Canada's fastest growing communities, so it's a really great opportunity to build connections with this vibrant region. And for those of you who already live in the area, it's a great chance to stay close to home while you start your undergraduate studies. Of course, you'll also be part of our Colwood campus community. You'll have access to all the resources and services at both campuses. Applied environmental science students will be using the labs at the Colwood campus, which are incredible state-of-the-art labs, and also doing some really productive field work in the forests and rivers of the Colwood campus. If you decide to go into years 3 and 4 and pursue a bachelor's degree, depending on the program you choose, you can study in different delivery models. So some programs have offers that are full-time on campus, where you'll be studying at the Colwood campus. Some programs offer fully online delivery, and that's your opportunity to learn from anywhere, anytime. So that might be your chance to relocate or travel the world while continuing your full-time studies or working full-time. And some programs offer blended options where you are mostly online and then you come to campus once or twice for a short in-person residency. And that's a really great way to build community with your cohort, with your classmates, and also connect with the Victoria community. So the stress of all of this is that what I really want to stress in all of this is that it's very flexible and everyone's journey can look very different. For example, there's options for different delivery options. As I mentioned, year one and year two are on campus. So for if you take the certificate in applied environmental science, that will be on campus. Year two is also on campus, but you can progress into the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, which is blended. And so you'll be studying mostly online, and then you'll come to campus for 2 residencies throughout the program. There's opportunity to explore multiple disciplines. So if you start in the certificate in business and sustainability, but you really decide that, you know what, your focus might be more in the social science area, you can switch to the diploma in social sciences. And there, maybe you realize your passion really is in communication studies. And so for your bachelor, you can enter the BA in professional communication, and you'll graduate with a really diverse and well-rounded portfolio of learning. You can fast track your degree. So the first 2 years, the certificate and diploma follow the standard academic schedule where it's 8 months of study, September through April with a summer break. But some of our programs in the last 2 years offer a fast track. So you can take 2 years of study and condense it into one, such as in our BA in Justice Studies program. It is quite intensive, but with commitment and good time management skills, you can finish a 4-year bachelor's degree in 3. So make it your own. All you have to do is choose your certificate program to start, and then from there, our advisors will help you map your journey to diploma and degree. So learning at Royal Roads is really focused on real world learning, and that starts from day one. So beginning in the first year, you're going to be tackling real world challenges, working with community members, and working in teams to build those soft skills in teamwork and collaboration, so you can find real world solutions. As you progress through your studies and enter bachelor's programs, you'll get more and more opportunities to apply your learning with internships and co-ops or field practices and more projects partnered with communities and industries. So you're really developing those work skills, and you have a lot of experience to show future employers. There's also opportunity to study abroad. We have partnerships with institutions all around the world, and you can do semester exchanges, and you can also do short-term summer programs that are 1 or 2 weeks. What's wonderful is you'll build some really valuable global skills that are in demand by employers because we live in a very diverse world and our workplaces are very diverse. And it's also great because you can potentially get Royal Roads credit for your study abroad experience, so you're not delaying your graduation. The student experience at Royal Roads is a very tight-knit and supportive community. We have events that will be delivered at both campuses. We have some really major events. For example, on May 15th, we have our Global Showcase, which is my favorite event of the year, where our students show off their cultures with performances and food, and this is open to the public. We also celebrate other major celebrations like Diwali and Pride, but we also have some more low-key events like games night, movies night, and so on. For you, you can attend the events at either campus. We also operate online as well because we have so many students in the online space. So not everyone likes to engage in person, or not everyone can. We have plenty of opportunities online. And there's also opportunities for you to take on leadership and volunteer roles so you can really shape the student experience that you want it to look like. So funding is part of the student journey, and you're not in it alone. We have an incredible financial aid and awards office that will help you navigate resources for scholarships, loans, bursaries, and so on. We have a really great database of internal and external awards. I'm just going to highlight a few here. We have the First Class Entrance Award. That is $1,000 per student who will be enrolling in the 2025 intake of our undergraduate program. We also have the Royal Roads Entrance Award or Bursary, which is up to $10,000 for any new Royal Roads students across undergraduate, degree completion, and graduate programs. And externally, there's the Langford Education Award that is up to $10,000. And this is from the city of Langford, so you must be a resident and applying or attending any of the programs at the collaborative Langford campus. So it could be one of the Royal Roads programs or UVic Camosun Justice Institute programs, for example. Admissions into year one is graduation from a Canadian high school or equivalent with a minimum C+ in English 12 and a minimum B average in 3 academic grade 12 courses. If you're applying for environmental sciences, the 3 courses are more specific and includes any one of Pre-Calc 12, Foundations of Math 12, or Calculus 12. In addition, you need any one of Chem, Physics, or Bio 12. We also have something called flexible admissions. So if you don't meet our standard admissions requirements that I just mentioned, you can still apply through flexible admissions where you're given the opportunity to tell your full story. For example, perhaps you don't meet our GPA requirements. You can write your letter of intent, you can get some more references, and really be able to share why you want to go to university, why you want to come to Royal Roads, and why you think you will be successful. We also have an English language requirement if English is not your first language. And if you are on track to graduate and meet our standard admissions, you can apply now for an early conditional offer. And upon completion of everything, you can submit your final documents for your full offer. So tuition for year one is $6,500 for Canadians and permanent residents, which is comparable with other institutions across the region. If you're an international student, it's $22,750. We do have an application fee, but we're pleased to announce an application fee waiver. So when you apply, please enter RRU bold into the application fee waiver code area, and you will not need to pay for that. We also have some ancillary fees is what we call them. So some additional fees that you should plan to budget for, which is all available on our website. And it's important that you start budgeting now so you get a clear understanding of what it's going to look like. But you'll need to consider some student services fee, learning support fees, and so on. So apply now. Our application is online on our website. The deadline is still open. We close on June 2nd, 2025 for the September 2025 intake. Don't forget to enter your application fee waiver code, RRU bold. You can submit your documents online after the application deadline. You just need to submit a full application by June 2nd. And when you receive your offer, you pay your tuition deposit, and we look forward to welcoming you to campus in September. That is everything. I hope you found this session valuable. If you would like to further discuss how this program meets your study goals, and if you have any additional programs, want to connect with some students or some of our instructors, please connect first with our enrollment advisor at learn.more@royalroads.ca, and they'll give you a personalized guidance through this whole process, and you can also make an online appointment. I will now open up the floor to any questions.